Hey, it's Kyle here. Today I'll be reviewing the nonfiction book Under the Black Flag, The Romance and Reality of Life Among the Pirates by David Cordingly. As that title might suggest, this book is all about pirates. So if you're interested in the history of the pirates, maybe you're a big fan of movies and books that have pirates as a fictional aspect of the story, like Pirates of the Caribbean or Peter Pan. If you're interested in learning the actual history of the pirates, this is a great book for you. This is a very detailed book that gives you a good overview of the history of the pirates, how they developed, what their various tactics like. One thing this book does a great job of showing you, what is life actually like for the pirates. So instead of just focusing solely on here's all the ships they seized and the riches they got and the violence they enacted against the people they were stealing from. It also goes into what did they eat? How what was life like on the ship? What type of individuals got drawn into piracy? How did that relate to their relationships to the world? Were they married? Did they have kids? Or was it more mainly single individuals? What was their life like if they were able to get out of piracy? How did individuals who were on ships that were attacked by pirates, what were their lives like before, after? What kind of violence did they experience? Sometimes, especially stuff like, Peter Pan and the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, you get more of a fun aspect of the pirates. Obviously, there's some violence, but it's definitely toned down a lot. So in some ways, you're kind of rooting for the pirates in some cases. They're like scoundrels, but like good scoundrels. And there might be a really evil pirate, but there'll be a good pirate to kind of fight back against them and stuff like that. And that wasn't really what it was like in the real world. There weren't like good pirates and bad pirates. They were all kind of bad. They did a lot of violence, horrendous stuff. There's a chapter in here that kind of boils down to the type of torture pirates would do against crews when they were trying to discover if they'd hit anything on ships and stuff like that. And it is some of the worst things you could ever imagine. It is downright evil, some of the stuff they did. This book does a really interesting job of exploring how people got into piracy, what type of people were they, and why did they decide the best choice at this point in my life is to become a pirate. So what was society like that produced these types of pirates and stuff like that? One aspect of the book that I didn't really enjoy is this book gives you more overview about piracy in general. It doesn't give you super detailed breakdown of individual pirates. So there'll be various pirates Blackbeard, for example, or Captain Kidd and stuff like that. We'll get little aspects of it. So there might be a 20 or 30 page chapter that kind of focuses on some aspects of that pirate's life and use it to kind of illustrate piracy in general. But there's a few of these pirates that are so interesting. At this point, I wouldn't mind 50 to 80 pages just about this individual pirate. But that's not what this book is. This book is not a biography on a certain pirate, or here's 4 pirates we're going to focus on. This book is about pirates in general, and not just the famous captains and stuff like that, but just the regular person on the pirate boat who might be, the cook. What was that person like, and why did they become a cook on a pirate boat? What was the person who was, firing the cannons or boarding other boats and stuff like that? What was the low-ranking pirate like? So you get some stories from the big famous pirates, but not as much as some people would expect. So if you're looking for a book I want, here's the famous pirates and I want to learn more about the stories, that's not this type of book. This book is more about pirates in general, from the no-name pirates that nobody's ever heard of to the famous ones as well. Enjoyed this book. Was this my favorite nonfiction book I've read of the year? No. But it was a really fun, it was a very interesting read. A very quick read it was. For a nonfiction book, it's pretty short. I actually took this book with me on vacation, read it in a day and a half or so. So it's a quicker nonfiction read. It's not a huge book. So if you've always been interested in the pirates and pop culture and movies and books and stuff, but you'd like to learn more about their actual history in our real world, I would highly recommend Under the Black Flag by David Cordingly. So let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite pirate book or movie? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this review, please hit the like button. If you have any luck, please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate support. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy reading.